Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to NorCal Sports TV's Super Saturday. Coming to you from the campus of San Joaquin Delta College. Mario Ramos alongside Chris Babcock with you here as we get started in our fifth game of the evening. It's been a fun showcase thus far. And the host team, Venture Academy, is hosting this tournament sponsored by NorCal Sports TV. This showcase, I should say, sponsored by NorCal Sports TV. Getting set to hit the court. And Castro Valley Trojans kind of feeling like that homecoming opponent. Get selected by the home team, trying to come in and wreck the party here on a Saturday night. Super Saturday. Tip-off underway. Barnett tips this one over to Akuva. Euro step. Layup is good for 2.
Well, I wrote down one of the keys for Castro Valley was to defend the paint. And then value the possession of the basketball was the third key. And early on.
Those are out the door.
And the second key was to build off last night. The Trojans are one of the hardest scores ever to find in modern technology. The Trojans beat San Leandro last night 60-54 to move them to 12-11. They're a D1 team out of the North Coast section. And of course your Venture Academy Mustangs playing independent this year.
Yes, indeed.
And living up to that schedule and taking care of business.
Yeah, thus far looking pretty good. The top-ranked team in the D4 CIF Sac Joaquin section division. The Trojans get the ball down low to Sakat. Sakat having to kick this one cross court. Xander Harris going to force one up with the shot clock at 4 seconds. Rebound, Delane Bagay.
So you've got Ventura scoring at 62 a game, just giving under 50. Castro Valley scoring at 61, but giving up nearly 57. And we were talking about just a second ago about defending the paint and the big fella taking some early action. And he hasn't even served back a Wilson burger yet. But you see my notes, Mario. The first thing, 3.3, and we'll introduce what a Wilson burger is when it happens. Just a little teaser for you here.
Full timeout. Or nothing. Venture Academy coming out the gates with a little bit of energy. Castro Valley trying to get their footing underneath them. Just 4-0.
That's how you break the press. It's pretty simple. You do
shot.
it with passing, and you get a paint touch and a little 8-footer.
A lot easier to break it with the pass than the dribble. They pull up from Xander Harris in the middle of the paint. Got a foul away from the ball. It's going to go against Jacob Price. Got a hold of Delane Bagay, who's trying to set an off-ball screen. First foul of the ball game.
And this is a team in Venture Academy, as you know. 14 of their games have been playing on neutral courts.
There's a 3-ball in the corner for Jabril Lewis Muhammad. He mentioned them going independent. You got to schedule games and then jumping on these showcases. There's a nice layup in transition quickly the other way by Krishan McGee.
Averaging nearly 11 and a half a game.
See the athleticism
for, I
there.
believe it's Coach Carrere, but I couldn't get a confirmation of how to pronounce his last name in his 7th season at Castro Valley.
Another hold away from the ball as you see the Lewis Muhammad 3-pointer in the corner.
Officials are paying attention. That's the second foul on Castro Valley,
on Price,
as you mentioned, away from the basketball.
Second 3-man crew. Actually, the first one was a 3-lady crew. And we have 3 gentlemen here in the last 2 games of our showcase event.
And you know what, Mario? I didn't notice them. That means they did a really good job. You got to, if you're not going to put a hip on Barnett, the 6'7" senior's just going to have a field day. And then didn't value the possession of the basketball. And here comes Venture.
Kuva kicks out to Johnson, who spots up and hits the 3-ball. He forced the turnover and capitalizes on the other end. Bagay forces a tip. Akuva with another steal. Venture Academy blitzing Castro Valley early on.
Might see a timeout here.
Kuva can't get it to go, and last touch by a Trojan. Will stay down at this end with Mustangs.
So text in with Coach King this week asking what can they improve on to make a deep run, which they've made the last 2 years. Can improve on being disciplined for 32 minutes on both sides of the floor. they've embraced the challenge of playing an independent schedule, corner 3.
Nice pass from Akuva to find Johnson on the opposite side of the court. Back-to-back threes for Josiah Johnson. Part of this three-headed guard attack with Akuva, Lewis Muhammad, and JJ right there.
He's got the second best hair in the gymnasium next to mine.
Lewis Muhammad, who's in that conversation as well, gets the left-handed layup to go. 5 quick points for him.
So there's the timeout, but when the white jerseys beat all the dark jerseys of the basket, see, that's a 9 route that you don't want to see the Patriots give up to the Seahawks. I digress.
13-point lead, 4:51. DJ Trev on the ones and twos. Hit him up on IG at DJ Trev 209. He's going to send us to the break on NorCal Sports TV. Castro Valley reeling. It's a little over 3 minutes into this ball game. 13-point lead for the Mustangs. And this pass is going to get out of bounds, intended for Krishan McGee in the corner. I'm sorry, intended for Walden Hose.
You call that timeout. You want to get at least get a shot off.
Yeah.
But Castro Valley sloppy with the basketball. And they're getting blindsided early on.
Double screen for Johnson on the wing, can't get it to go, and then he grabs a hold of a Trojan. It'll be a loose ball foul on Josiah Johnson. His first personal, first team foul on the Mustangs.
So you got Venture Academy was the 2024 D4 section champion. Last year they were runner-up. And Coach King at 173 wins. Just seemed like he just started coaching, but really not the case.
Yeah, he's elevated this program to new heights. We're on Transworld Drive as Barnett's going to pick up the foul on the interior. Nice take by Desmond Sakat, the 6'1 senior combo guard. We get 2 free throws.
He's averaging 14 a game. So we like to look. Games decided by 8 or less points. Castro Valley is 5-4. They're a member of the West Alameda County. A lot of names down the barrier. We like the, Foothill League with Bishop O'Dowd leading that conference.
Yeah. 17-6. Sakat getting the free throws to go. Barnett out on the perimeter. Mustangs moving around. 15 on the shot clock. Sakuva comes off the Barnett screen. Picked up by Walden Hose. Pulls the jumper and knocks it down. 4 points for Jaden Akuva. Coming on strong here in his senior season.
And he loves, I know we can see him score, but he likes to share the basketball.
Yeah.
Team leader in assists. Should give the 3 keys for Coach King because he did send them to us. Limit turnovers, win 50-50 balls, and team rebound. Coach King keeping it simple in his 8th season.
Now down on the baseline, Adventure Academy in a 2-3 zone look in the half-court defense. Krishan McGee trying to shoot the Trojans into this ball game. Misses that one. Here's Lewis Muhammad.
They were right there to beat the zone with the high post entry. You got to stay patient with that.
Johnson kicking it out to Bage. He's kind of solidified this starting 5 for Coach King. Kind of been mixing and matching with that 5th starter. Bage coming back off an ankle injury. And
that's a nice catch in the paint. Didn't finish.
Snag.
You could hear the catch.
Yeah. Oh, behind the back
little
dish.
Dipsy doing another missed layup.
Barnett a couple point-blank misses there. Akuva set him up nicely. Sakat sets up his teammate McGee nicely, and he finishes on the other end. Nice passing on both sides of the court.
It's like a 4-guard look. Then you've got the post player Barnett in the middle. Nice basket cut.
Kuva thought he got hit on the way up. Coach King arguing his case. There's a three-pointer transition for Harris. He gets it to go. A 5-point swing there for the Trojans. That'll help their cause. They're now in the double figures. It's an 8-point ball game.
Took that timeout. They were up 17-4 with 4:51 left. Trying to scratch their way back into this.
Kuva with a nice footwork. And Coach King's going to take a quick 30-second timeout following that basket. We got 2:02 here in the first quarter. Quick 30-second break. Get a commercial and come back on NorCal Sports TV Super Saturday.
But it wasn't.
There's DJ Trev at DJ Trev 209 on IG. Hit him up for all your party needs. The party going on here inside Blanchard Gymnasium at Delta College. It's called Super Saturday.
He's aged a lot better than I have. I digress here. 10-point game.
Trojans starting to find their footing offensively. Venture Academy. And now with a little defensive burst, it turned into a 13-point advantage at one point. And there's Krishan McGee with his 6th point of the game to cut it back to 8.
McGee at 11 a game, 3.5 rebounds, and nearly 2.5 assists. But all of a sudden, they're doing a better job of valuing the basketball, and they're scoring field goals. The name of the game.
Lewis Muhammad into the block and putting it off the glass for his 7th point. Leading scorer in the ball game thus far.
Venture doesn't have a big score, but all their guys can score, which is sometimes tougher to defend when you've got balanced scoring and teams and you're sharing the basketball.
We talk about that 3-guard lineup. They all average 13 points apiece. As here's a sidestep 3 for Harris, his 2nd 3-pointer in the ball game. And what's the whistle?
Delay game.
I think we got a foul afterwards. Yeah, it's a hold on Abdul Khan. As the shot went in, he was
so we have a chance for a crazy. Could we get a 6-point play or
6-point possession right here? 7 if a foul, yeah.
Talk a little football here.
Trojans trying to get a touchdown on this possession. They get in the corner to Harris. And he drove it out of bounds. He's guarded by Lee Wiggins.
There's open spaces along the baseline if they want to take advantage, but you got to attack the zone through the high post.
You can see this zone really extended for Venture Academy.
The free throw line is just begging for a cutter. There you go.
Harris now dribbles out of that space.
Then you lose your advantage, but then you gain it back.
Cleveland's jumper won't go. Lewis Muhammad has the rebound. Such an advantage for Venture Academy. You talk about Coach King wanting a rebound, and when Jabril Lewis Muhammad is able to grab a rebound and initiate the offense, a little bonus for the Mustangs. The shot clock turned off. Final seconds here in the first quarter. 10 seconds to work with. Lewis Muhammad going to pull it out.
It's a big possession for Castro Valley to get a stop. They've gained a little bit of momentum creeping back into this game.
Jabril Lewis Muhammad at the buzzer. Sakat tried to cut him off, and Jabril able to knock down his 9th point of the quarter. As Venture Academy, who led by as many as 13, will take a 9-point lead into the second quarter on NorCal Sports TV Super Saturday. San Joaquin Delta College. Take a commercial break and be back with more on NorCal Sports TV. Second quarter of play between the host school, Venture Academy, NorCal Sports TV Super Saturday, and San Joaquin Delta College. The first iteration of this was actually on the campus of Venture Academy. Las Positas the next year, and here in Blanchard Gymnasium ever since. A lot of Stockton schools showcase their talents as well. Josiah Johnson loses the handle to Bernard Walden Hose. Down along the baseline, Maidesh Thill drops it down low to Walden Hose, who's double teamed. Cross court to Sakat, pulls up at the elbow. Akuva challenges Lewis Muhammad with the rebound.
It was 17-4 Venture with 4:51 left. They had a timeout. Not sure who called it. Little minor victory for Clayton Valley, or for Castro Valley, outscoring Venture 12-8, and trying to creep back into this basketball game.
Akuva gets it in midair and tosses it back up for his 8th point.
An extended possession that you can't afford when you're trailing.
And I think 16 points after that kind of slow start as Sakat hits the trail 3. He's got 5. But
he's not shy.
Been able to, again, put up 16 points in again, about those last 6 minutes. It's got to bode well for the confidence of Castro Valley. Just got to stick with your offense. Plenty of ball game left. Johnson got bumped along the way. Sakat will pick up his first foul. You see right here, Con late getting out. Sakat makes him pay.
And in the North Coast section, although Clayton or Castro Valley is a D1 school, they have my two favorite words put together: competitive equity. So they could be probably going to be playing in the D3 for the North Coast section playoffs.
Real Lewis Muhammad, he's been competitive all game, building up some equity. He's got 11 points now in the ball game. He's in the double figures. Barnett able to stop Walden Hose, but he finds Sakat.
That's how you. It's a very simple, effective way to beat the zone. Strong catching in the paint, getting a cutter, overhelping, field goal.
Yeah, there's a little overhelp and an extra pass, but an offensive foul as Delani Bagay is going to get called for the charge. Krishan McGee stepping in front.
That's how you help.
Yeah.
You anticipate the drive, and you get there early, you get set, you take the foul, take the charge, create the turnover.
First foul on Bagay, first foul of the quarter for Venture.
There you go. Had a baseline cutter and then kicked it out for the 3.
Wiggins had it momentarily, and then Harris took it away, tried to go behind the back, and Bagay landed on the baseline with it. So Castro Valley will retain possession.
That's a little example of modern-day basketball. You're there. You got a teammate cut into the basket. You throw it out for the 3. And a missed opportunity there for the Trojans.
16 getting into his bench. Ranvish Bajwa into the game. That pass intended for him. But sails out of bounds. Mark Sutherland also into the game. Josiah Johnson going to check back in for Venture Academy.
That was an early start, a fast start for Venture Academy. I think Castro Valley's got an opportunity with the zone, but they got to have a lot better spacing. But it all starts being repetitive. That's what I do, is starting with that high post entry.
Bernard Walden Hose able to hit a jumper from that high post area. No, I've sung those praises every time we see a zone defense out there. You get somebody that can make plays out of that mid-post area, you're going to have to rethink your defensive strategy, as Bajwa can't hit from downtown and tipped into the hands of Krishan McGee. McGee out to Centil. One more in the corner to Harris, but he stepped out of bounds.
So anchored to that three-point line, you're in attack mode. And again, we talked this late in the year, foot fake that, and breaking news, cut to the basket.
Yeah, it used to be like free throw line extended, right? In transition,
right.
You start making your way towards the basket.
Yeah, and I'm not anti-3, but use that you've shot the 3 to counter and attack the basket. And then go back to the 3.
Barnett with good position down low.
That's easy.
Turns, spins, and misses the bunny. Bogey tried to keep it alive. Sutherland rips it away from Cynthia and tosses it up and in for two.
Sutherland, right place, right time. But there is just right there. That high post is just screaming for a green jersey.
Kick out corner three for Price. Off the back rim, Cynthia had it, and Walden Hose chases it down. Fakes a couple passes now. Cynthia will fire, and he got it to go.
Done some nice things off the bench.
Senior guard makes it a 5-point game. Castro Valley was down by as much as 13 in the first quarter. 3:33 left to play in the first half. Here's Sutherland trying to answer. That one rolls out. Ball tipped and Bogey chases it down. That's his bread and butter, the hustle plays for Venture.
Extended possession for the Mustangs.
Johnson coming off the Barnett. Ball screen. Launches and Price chases down the long rebound. Price, who had the 2 early fouls in the first quarter, now getting some run here in the second. And the pass was intended to him, but Bogey picks it off. Bogey
Thievery.
out in front. Layup up and in for two. First field goal for Jelani Bogey. He's going to get called for a hand check foul.
I like the dribble entry by McGee here. And that's the last play. If you're doing something and it's working, stick with it.
McGee inbounds to Harris. Back out to McGee on the corner.
I love
takes
that.
the pull up.
I love that.
And one bucket for Krishan McGee, taking some contact along the way. As you see
Great
the pull-up
action
right
here. There's the counter. You take advantage of the closeout, and then you attack. No, he didn't get the Wilsonburg. You attack the shot blocker. It's simple basketball. Great job by McGee.
And they draw a second foul on the shot blocker, Barnett. McGee can't get the free throw to go. Back to a 5-point game with 2:40 left to play in the first half. Johnson up top to Lewis Muhammad. Back
There's
door,
room
Akuva.
and space.
Wide open as the defense fell asleep. Akuva now in double figures.
Momentary lapse of reason for the Castro Valley defense.
Harris, though, makes up with it with his third triple of the ball game.
Xander averaging 15 a game, the southpaw.
It's a 4-point lead for Venture Academy.
You go back to the timeout, and I don't know what was said in the huddle, but Castro Valley has executed and done some of those things that we thought we needed them to do to win this game. There, early in the game, that was a turnover. Now they're valuing the possession of the basketball, being a little more methodic.
There's Price on a pull-up, too strong. Akuva's got it.
A little intimidation factor.
Kick ahead pass to Johnson.
Altering that shot.
Minute 30 remaining in the second quarter. Mustangs going to reset the offense.
But they're moving around, Mario. They're not just dribbling out here, going Caltrans offense. No letters, please.
Kick out to Akuva. Gets Lewis Muhammad in the post. Going to work against McGee. Turns, faces, and that one rolls around and in for two.
Turns and faces. And solid finish here. Not fading away, going to the basket.
We got a 30-second timeout taken, I believe, by Castro Valley. Is Jabril Lewis Muhammad now with the game high 13 points as Venture Academy up by 6. 1:10 left to play. DJ Trev on the ones and twos. We're going to step aside on NorCal Sports TV Super Saturday. Ramos back with Chris Babcock. Super Saturday at San Joaquin Delta College, Joe Blanchard Gymnasium. Mustangs in a 2-3 zone. Trojans going to shoot them out of it. Cynthia short.
Not the best shot off a timeout. And there was a Trojan lurking at the free throw line, that being Harris, and didn't get a touch of the basketball. And had plenty of time to work the 2-for-1 in a positive sense.
It was Barnett, long two, had his foot on the line. Harris can't chase it down, but he never touched it, so it's going to go over to Castro Valley with the shot clock turned off. 32.7 remaining in the first half.
He had a couple of early field goals and hasn't put the ball in the basket. I'd like to see a little more offense out of him in the second half.
I think Castro Valley content with letting the big man take those jumpers. Price. Cynthia. 20 seconds remaining for Castro Valley as Sakat barks out the play.
Keep flashing through that high post.
Cynthia off the dribble. Too strong, and there's a one-handed rebound.
Basketball to your opponent for a run out.
An easy bucket on the other end for Josiah Johnson, and that's not the possession that Castro Valley was looking for, as there's a last-second heave. It's going to be short for Xander Harris. Instead of being down by 6 heading into the locker room. Yeah.
You know, you talked about valuing the possession of the basketball, and it wasn't a horrible shot, but you still have, and I think that's what Terrell's probably having that interpersonal meeting there, is know the situation. Closing of halves are all about doing things the right way, and they were within 3, yada, yada, yada. They're down 8. Plenty of time for Castro Valley.
A lot of hidden points in those end-of-quarter moments. Venture Academy will take an 8-point lead into the halftime break. DJ Trev will send us on our way. We'll be back with more Super Saturday basketball here on NorCal Sports TV after these words from our sponsors.
Anita Baker.
Whether you're taking Highway 49, Highway 99, coming from anywhere in the 209, or much, much further, take a drive up Highway 108 to the NorCal Sports TV Summer Basketball Camp. It's a 5-day overnight summer basketball camp in the Sierra foothills of Sonora. The NorCal Sports TV Summer Basketball Camp, where we keep it 100. Whether you're taking Highway 49, Highway 99, coming from anywhere in the 209, or much, much further, take a drive up Highway 108 to the NorCal Sports TV Summer Basketball Camp. It's a 5-day overnight summer basketball camp in the Sierra foothills of Sonora. The NorCal Sports TV Summer Basketball Camp, where we keep it 100.
Back on NorCal Sports TV Super Saturday, Mario Ramos alongside Chris Babcock. Venture Academy, the host school, partnering with NorCal Sports TV here at Delta College. Mustangs lead the Castro Valley Trojans 39-31 as we start the second half of play. Jabril Lewis Muhammad, a game high 13 points to pace this three-guard attack for Venture Academy. He, along with Jaden Akuva, has got 10. Josiah Johnson with 8, leading the way for Venture. Xander Harris has 11 for the Trojans. Krishan McGee chipping in with 8 as the Trojans will start with possession. Chris, what do they got to do to get themselves back into this ball game?
It wasn't looking good. They're trailing 17-4, but possession by possession, they were able to get back into the game, and they were doing a really good job of attacking the zone.
There's an offensive rebound and the kick out to Sakat, who chases down his missed shot in the paint. Fall away over Barnett. Missed everything. Rebound to Kuva. And if you're Coach King and Venture Academy, what's the halftime message on that side?
Let's do a better job anticipating that Castro Valley's going to make some adjustments and attacking the zone offensively. I think just square up and attack. There you go. There's a good start for the big fella.
A flush from Justin Barnett set up by Jaden Akuva. You mentioned earlier, leads the team in assists. Sets up his teammate right there for the easy bucket.
More attacking the paint, and then that opens up so many options for your mid-range and your three-point shooting, which obviously these Mustangs have some players that can do all of that. But here's a nice look.
The replay of the Barnett dunk.
You're late on the help, and nobody helps the helper, and it's a slam dunk.
Loose ball off the hands of Walden Hose. Picked up by Akuva. Fakes the pass and takes it in himself. He's now got a dozen. Venture Academy had a hot start in the first half. A good start here in the second. They lead by 12.
Akuva plays with a lot of confidence, a lot of court awareness, and that was a strong possession by the Mustangs.
Caught, fell to the ground. Ball got out in the perimeter to McGee. 10 on the shot clock for the Trojans. They get to that high post area. Walden Hose goes right at Lewis Muhammad, who's going to pick up his first personal.
You hit him on the wrist, Jabril. It's okay. We'll show it to you right here.
And a little bit of body as well for Jabril Lewis Muhammad. First personal.
The only, extended body part you didn't get him was with your leg. But, it was a 3-point game late there in the second quarter, and we were talking about Castro Valley had a chance to maybe be within, went to 6, went to 8, and then a couple of missed opportunities late in the half. You trail by 8, and then you immediately come out with Venture of attacking the basket with a couple of nice possessions. And now it's a 12-point game.
A wet spot on the court getting taken care of before Bernard Walden Hose heads to the free throw line. 6'4" senior post player. First free throw off the rim and angling over towards athletic director Jim Sells' family. Got 3 young boys and a little daughter out there. Young gentlemen were shooting it up during halftime. A game of one-on-one. Anytime Venture Academy's out there, those kids are always shooting her up.
Well, my dad was a high school basketball coach, and we lived in the gym. It was free activities.
My uncle was a high school coach. I was lucky enough to be the ball boy. So,
yeah,
I understand. Real Lewis Muhammad dribbles down to the short corner. Gets it out to Justin Barnett. Venture going to have to reset with 15 on the shot clock.
There's a high post.
Lewis Muhammad looking in that area, trying to get it to him, but works around the perimeter. Now Johnson going to take a deep 3 and knocks it down.
He did look at him, but Josiah buries the 3.
His third triple of the ball game is priced the other way. Can't get it to go. Fight for the rebound. Walden Hose comes away with it. New possession for Castro Valley as they try to cross-court pass. A lot of hands in there, and one of them deflects it over to Josiah Johnson.
I know it's early in the quarter, but there might be a timeout after this made field goal.
Bage cuts and too strong on the layup. Last touch by Barnett, out of bounds. Over to Castro Valley. He's trailing by 14. Largest deficit thus far is Johnson, who again hit that deep three we mentioned in the earlier broadcast. No high school three-point line out here on the court. They're playing with the college three, and Johnson a couple of steps behind that one.
That's why Mario's play-by-play and giving you key information like that I just totally didn't handle in the first game.
Rick Cleveland short. Rebound by Delane Bage. Bage on the break. Feeds it to Barnett, who wanted to throw it down, but he got hit by Xander Harris on the way up. Nice feed by Bage, and Barnett is going to head to the free throw line for a pair. Looking for a second dunk.
Got to rotate a little quicker. Castro Valley seeing the big coming down on the late trailer. It's a great movie way back when, just kidding. But you got to have vision there, anticipate that. You're late on the help, and it's going to be free throws.
Barnett shooting free throws, and across the court, and you got his brother taking video right now of him. Sitting there with the family. Pretty cool moment there. Big bro getting that shot. There's Harris, top of that zone. Finds a seam, then drops it off to Price. And Barnett.
No, they finally! Our first Wilson burger. Served back hot.
Josiah Johnson finishes in transition. He's got 13 now. A three-guard attack for Venture Academy coming into form is Xander Harris, though, doing his part. His fourth three of the ball game.
Salty, leathery taste you won't find on anybody's menu. Ba-bump, ba-bump. Right there.
Oh, flat-footed Wilson burger.
The block shot with little effort.
We got a timeout on the floor taken by Castro Valley. 50-35, 4:28 left to play. Venture Academy leading the way here on Super Saturdays. They're hosting this event, and they're doing a good job of showcasing themselves out here at Delta College. We're going to stick with you here. We've got a quick timeout, and the team's getting set to hit back out on the court. In our first game of the day, we saw River Islands with a big comeback victory over Stone Ridge Christian. That was 56-55. Fortune of Sacramento defeated Bear Creek of Stockton in Game 2, 55-53. Ender comes all over Lodi, 64-53. And then Clayton Valley, just a little while ago, beat up Weston Ranch, 63-48. Here in Game 5, Venture Academy with a 15-point lead. Lincoln and Stockton and San Joaquin Memorial to finish this thing up following this ball game as they try to force it into Lewis Muhammad.
Before you throw that ball into the high post, square and face and give me a little ball fake. Create a little passing lane for yourself, and then that's a basket.
Barnett gets the rebound off the Johnson missed shot. Venture Academy going to run some offense. Under 4 minutes here in the third quarter. Lewis Muhammad looking for a Kuva in that elbow area. But here's Barnett in the post. Goes up against Walden Hose. Bernard Walden Hose going to get called for the personal.
Justin turns and faces, creates a target for his teammate, and attacks the basket with a nice move. That is a rattling rim. If there's such a thing, there's definitely one here.
Yeah, we saw during halftime one of the members of the Trojans was
we won't say
taking
who.
On it. No, we won't.
He does look like Kurt Rambis.
Coach Matthews was quick to let him know he should not be hanging on that thing, which kept swinging for a couple minutes afterwards.
They're high school kids. That's what they do. They goof off sometimes.
Scott short on the three-pointer.
I like the patience here from Venture Academy. Getting the turnover. Wasn't an opportunity for a fast break and run a set through the high post.
It's Muhammad trying to find an opening in that elbow area. Venture being patient on this possession, working it around. And now they somehow get it into a Kuva, is able to scoop it up and get it in with the left hand. He's got 14. Just above his average of 13.3 as Sakat might have got away with the carry cross court. And that's going to be short from McGee. Rebound and put back for Bernard Walden Hose. As we're going to get a flop warning on Krishan McGee down in the corner trying to draw the foul. As Walden Hose picks up the loose ball and puts it in.
Do you get a letter in the mail when you get a flop warning?
Maybe if you pick up two, You don't want to get that FedEx letter, huh?
Yeah.
It ends up in home.
Because I'm not going to sign for that.
It ends up in first period Monday morning.
Yeah.
You don't want to see that on your desk.
Saturday school for the flop warning. Because, Mario, when I was growing up and young, I had to write a lot of – that's back in the day you had to write sentences when you screwed things up, amongst other things.
I wrote a few sentences on the chalkboard. Later transferred to the whiteboard.
Yes.
Sakat hits a three-pointer.
Mine was on binder paper.
13-point lead for Venture Academy.
See how the Trojans react after that timeout.
There's Akuva again inside, drawing some contact. And he'll end up at the foul line. It'll be his first trip to the free throw line for Jaden Akuva. Castro Valley gives me a chance to say my favorite line. You're one run away from being one run away.
Yeah.
There's still plenty of time in this ball game, but you're going to start chipping into this advantage that Venture's been able to build here in the third quarter as Akuva knocks down his first free throw. This is a gentleman that's played a couple of years of JV basketball, and as a junior kind of fit into a role. Excelled in that role, but this year a little bit more on his plate, and he has really stepped up.
Yeah, that's what. He didn't transfer to another school.
Right.
No, that's not nice. Save your letter. Send him to Governor Newsom.
There's a layup from Xander Harris, but it just kind of speaks to the development of the player, but also the program as well, right? To have a guy go through the system, so to say, and come out a better player at the end of 4 years.
And you know Eric better than I do, but the Eric King I know, that's communicated to.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, we'd see this for you.
Mm-hmm.
And the can-do attitude, and then he's prospering.
Lewis Muhammad hits the three right in front of some Venture fans. 16 points in the game for Jabril.
And Jaden, he's listed as 6'1", but he's got like the length arms of a 6'6" dude.
Plays big. Here's Johnson in transition. Jump pass out to Bajwa. And they'll reset. I think Akuva, his sophomore year had the talent to play varsity basketball, but again, Coach King able to communicate to, your overall development's going to be better with you handling the ball and trying to score a little bit more at this level and be ready for us in a year or two. As shot won't go for Harris and rebound tipped over to Bajwa.
Well, then I'm going to transfer to Lincoln to Stockton. Well, they don't have a place for you either. It's staying with it. It's a quality education out Venture Academy. It's a great community. And, sometimes they're a little slow in developing, but if coaches have a vision for you, that's what it's all about.
Ula throws this
now,
one.
big fella, when we're talking good about you, don't clown around
Right.
and throw that pass.
Come on, Jay.
I'm gonna send you a flop warning.
Venture going to be able to retain possession, but they only got 6 seconds on the shot clock. They get into the corner. Jabril Lewis Muhammad is going to have to go to work. Loses his footing, steps back, launches. Won't go. Chased down by McGee. Final seconds. And we're going to get a take foul, essentially, here from Jaden Akuva.
I don't know if he was really.
He wasn't trying to,
Yeah.
He was trying to get out of the way.
Yeah.
And he slowed down the break and going to have 6 seconds here for Castro Valley, 6.7.
Trojans, you need to get a great shot here. Got plenty of time. Make some direction towards the basket.
Sakat up top. It's the screen from Walden Hose. Step inside, and that
That's
one
what you
hit
do.
out of his hands, but he got fouled on the way up.
So often you see the monopolization of the basketball around the three-point arc and then a desperation shot. This time you do a little Tom Petty breakdown and give it to me and attack the basket, draw the foul, and get a couple of free throws.
I like it. Big Tom Petty fan over here. Sakat, it's the free throw.
If you don't know who Tom Petty is, it's a little lesson for you to do after the game.
Sakat knocks down a pair. 5 in the quarter for him, 12 in the ball game. And he tips it, and that goes out of bounds, and that'll do it for the third quarter of play. 58-44. As we head to the fourth quarter, Venture Academy with the 4-point lead here in their own showcase. It's NorCal Sports TV's Super Saturday on the campus of Delta College. EJ Tread's going to send us to our commercial break, and we'll be back with the fourth quarter of play between the Mustangs and the Trojans.
Whether you're taking Highway 49, Highway 99, coming from anywhere in the 209 or much, much further, take a drive up Highway 108 to the NorCal Sports TV Summer Basketball Camp. It's a 5-day overnight summer basketball camp in the Sierra foothills of Sonora. The NorCal Sports TV Summer Basketball Camp, where we keep it 100.
NorCal Sports TV Summer Basketball Camp, a 5-day, 4-night overnight basketball camp for boys and girls grades 4 through 12. Go to norcalsportstv.com/camp, for more information. That camp in beautiful setting up in the Sierra foothills. We'll be out there mid-June this year. Again, go to norcalsportstv.com/camp as Akuva nearly loses it off his leg, chases it down in the corner. Start of the fourth quarter, Akuva, Lewis, Muhammad, Wiggins, Johnson, and Bajwa for the Mustangs. Baseline drive, step through, off the glass, Lewis Muhammad for 2.
Patience, little head fake, putting the ball on the floor and creating the shot.
Cynthia wide open in the corner, short. It's his own rebound. Waldenhost thought about it. McGee's going to shove him down to the post. Dribble back up top. Castro Valley will reset. And tough pass, a lot of traffic, more white shirts than black shirts in that area. Somehow, Castro Valley retains possession. They got 13 on the shot clock.
The GPS of where you're throwing the ball was correct. The timing wasn't there.
Back door, McGee, nice finish.
See, you see that action of the Trojans attacking the basket. In a little basket cut. Keep it simple, Trojans. There's opportunities there. You know, you're going to come back in this game. You got to make your opportunities count, make your free throw, get your press set up, get your defense set up.
Bajwa with the hack gives McGee the three-point play, and now it's his cue. He heads to the bench. Bogate back into the ballgame for the Mustangs. 13-point lead. And back in that spot, got to make a run to be a runaway here for the Trojans. I get some stops on this end. Venture's kind of been a little more deliberate in their offensive attack, working things down to the bottom third of the shot clock. There's Johnson with under 10 to shoot. Gets to the free throw line. Bogey was open. Centil, though, picks off the pass. He's got McGee out in front. McGee spin move. Waits for Bogey and nearly got another and one. He'll get 2 more free throws. Bogey trying to get a travel call, but he's going to pick up his third personal.
Jump stop. Pause.
Oh, nice footwork.
You know, that's being confident around the basket and being strong with the basketball. A lot of high school players that go into that cement maker spin cycle and turn it over. He turns it into free throws.
He hits another free throw. We just talked about the NorCal Sports TV Summer Basketball Camp. Legendary coach Denny I would have loved that spin move and jump stop right there. He's the footwork guru.
That's how you play the game.
For sure. There's another free throw from McGee's. Got 3 straight free throws after missing his first.
11-point game. You've already cut into that deficit by 3 points.
It's a Venture Academy team that's gone through some lulls offensively at times that have allowed teams to kind of creep back into some ball games.
This is when your best players need to step up.
It's Muhammad coming off the Wiggins screen. See McGee doing a little hand fighting up top. Wiggins gets it down low, pounds the dribble, loses it, and we're going to get a foul.
I mean, this is call. He might have committed 2 fouls on this one. It was pretty obvious. 1, 2, yeah, and then the whistle. Wiggins at the free throw line. No. Ooh.
Coach King agrees with you. He thought it was going to be free throws when they're saying it's on the floor.
Well, might be a good foul.
Johnson airballs the three, and Lewis Muhammad steps on the baseline, and in the end,
Another stop for – it was a great foul.
Yeah,
I mean, that's a bear hug down there. And to force the inbound and, you know, with a field goal here, you're into single digits. And it's still a lot of time left in the fourth quarter.
Backdoor Harris, reverse layup blocked.
I thought we were going to – I think the grill was still open, but it's not.
Wiggins called for the foul. Looked
Probably
like he got a piece of that.
Little more body, but he –
maybe around the leg area,
Yeah.
but looked pretty clean up top. Harris going to shoot 2 free throws.
He got a little hip to be square there and hit him. I thought we were going to have our second Wilsonberger. We celebrate defense here on NorCal Sports TV.
Of course. Well-rounded here on NorCal
Yes.
Sports TV.
Don't put us in a peg.
17 in the game for Xander Harris, the senior combo guard. We'll get one more and a chance to get Castro Valley in the single digits. Can't get it to go, but
No.
got a loose ball foul. It's going to be on Cynthia. He got a hand on Jabril Lewis Muhammad.
That was the look of my face as a kid when I did something wrong in the kitchen that I shouldn't have. We got caught. Missed opportunity. It's a 10-point game. They trail by 14 at the end of the third quarter. You're a lot of time for Castro Valley. But if your venture, need to run one of your best sets right here. Maybe involving 1 or 0.
Zone look for Castro Valley.
You don't have to give up the ball there. You can stay at that high post. You've got options.
Kuva rips it
There
through,
you go.
gets inside. A little slight hesitation, gets the defender off balance, and then he finishes easily at the basket. Coach King takes a quick timeout.
It's just a slice like right through a big ripe piece of fruit going through that key. Nice recognition there by the senior.
Kind of like a pitcher, right? Changes speeds a little bit. He's not just going fast the whole time. He mixes in a changeup, mixes in a curveball, he mixes in a slow song like DJ Trev does on the 1s and 2s. But again, just kind of keeping those defenders off balance. You can see our social media. Hit us up on youtube.com/NorCal Sports TV. Hit that subscribe button. Got 22,000 followers. Join the party on youtube.com/NorCal Sports TV.
You know, we've had I remember when we were excited about 2,000 subscribers, and now we're at, above 22,000. We love our community. Dion running a lot of basketball, growing the game, and our California Community College partners as well.
I think a couple Super Saturdays ago, you were texting me trying to, get us to promote our subscribers. We were around like 12,000, I think, at that point. So it's been growing. We're growing steadily, and we thank you guys for joining us on youtube.com/NorCal Sports TV and allowing us to bring you showcase events like Super Saturday here from San Joaquin Delta College. A 12-point game under 5 minutes.
Double dribble, no call. How do you react off the timeout here?
Sakat gets it over to Harris up top. Harris works it over to Cleveland. Cleveland drives the baseline, looking for someone, and somehow it ends up in the hands of McGee.
He's got some
gets
skills.
To the basket.
McGee's got some skills. The turn and face and the dribble drive right through the defense.
15 in the game from McGee. The lob up to Barnett, and
Love
he puts it in for 2.
Love it.
9 in the game for Justin Barnett. Lead back up to 12.
There's an old song. More, more, more. Feed the ball to the bigs.
Get it inside to Walden Hose. He spins, finds Sakat, straightaway 3. Short, long rebound out to Harris. Harris being held by Johnson. He's going to get a foul.
That little retaliatory foul because you didn't block out and get the rebound. Ooh, I didn't have any Fritos, but that was peanut butter and jelly leg drive there by McGee. 6-foot senior.
Corner to get it to Cynthia. Tries to drop it off to Walden Hose, and he stepped on the baseline. Turnover for the Trojans. Walden Venture with 3:51. Folks still filing in. Lincoln to Stockton, San Joaquin Memorial, Fresno. Getting set to hit the court next. Cross-court pass from Johnson over to Bagay. Lob to Barnett. Got it to go. The two-handed flush for Justin Barnett. Delane Bagay with the lob. 14-point lead. Once again for Venture Academy. As Walden Hose runs into Barnett. It's going to be a block foul on one of the Mustangs. Let's see what they call it on.
Well, I think it's on Muhammad. Yeah. Barnett was there vertical with the hands. Jabril, not so much. And you're talking about, Delani doing, or Akuva, they're drying up the floor, keeping safety is not an accident.
And does a little bit of everything for the Mustangs. There's Jaden Akuva. Mustangs, again, non-league this season. Stepped away from the Central California Athletic Alliance, a league that they won for the last 5 years, going 50-0.
I'll say it very easily.
Yeah, kind of ran away with things in that league, so now making the jump to independent basketball. And so these matchups like these, trying to tune themselves up for a section championship runner.
And I researched it, but the big fella didn't write it down. So who is the school that is their best competition that they've played in the last section finals?
Natomas.
Yes.
Natomas. They played them earlier this year in a showcase out at Christian Brothers. Natomas got the better of them out there in Sacramento. So, yeah, definitely kind of both of them eyeing each other in that section bracket to see how that kind of shakes out. But I wouldn't be surprised if they match up once again. They met up at UC Davis, and that one's when Venture Academy won their lone section championship.
Nice job by Barnett, just sealing and drawing the foul. A basic thing, but so important. So important.
20 on the shot clock. Lewis Muhammad poked out from behind by Cleveland. Price picks up the loose ball.
If Muhammad just possesses the ball and does one fake, Barnett's going to get another dunk.
Here's Harris in a bit of trouble, finds Price. And we'll get a timeout taken by Castro Valley. It'll be a full timeout. We're going to step aside with 2:42 left to play. NorCal Sports TV Super Saturday coming to you from Stockton, California. So thanks to American Asphalt, Straight Sports,
Better say
Sports
that.
TV Summer Basketball Camp, DJ Trev Entertainment, and Venture Academy are helping us provide you coverage of NorCal Sports TV's Super Saturday from the campus of Delta College. 2:28 left to play, 13-point lead for the Venture Academy Mustangs. There's Sakat. The shot clock winding down. Can't get it to go. Johnson comes away with the board.
They got it down to 10, and they just couldn't get it any more closer than that, and might be a little too late here for Castro Valley.
Kuva, deep three on the way. Won't go. Barnett with the offensive rebound. Real Lewis Muhammad can hold it up top. Coach King trying to initiate the offense. Venture Academy running some clock with 1:45 left to play. Here's Johnson, gets inside, floats it in for two.
With the hair flowing.
15 points in the game for Josiah Johnson. This three-guard attack really lived up to the billing for the Venture Academy Mustangs. 18 for Jabril Lewis Muhammad. Here's Josiah Johnson, who's got 15. He comes up with a steal. Jaden Nakuva, he's got 18 as well. And they've kind of gone to Justin Barnett here as the hammer.
Oh, the big fella with the back cut.
Odd Q gets it to go again. He's got 13 in the ball game.
Direct connect to Coach King. But I was just going to mention that they've built this lead and adding on a little baseball term, doing offsets, but not being robotic, if that makes sense. So often you see teams late in the game with a lead and they're working clock and they stop playing the game. Yeah. Not so for Venture Academy, and nothing more of a bigger example than that last possession.
And credit to Coach King and assistant coach Trevor Mabalon for continuing to look at things, right? Maybe not the first option, but what happens when they take this away? How do we counter that kind of stuff? It's like you talked about, this team has their sights set on playing some games down the stretch that are a little more important. As Harris takes a big three, rebound by Kelvin Owens.
But this is going to be a win against a Division I North Coast section team that's going to be in the postseason. Mm-hmm. So that's huge for Venture Academy.
Coach King clearing out his bench. Caleb McKelvey loses the handle, picked up by Cleveland. Cleveland in transition, fouled by McKelvey. 2 free throws for Everett Cleveland. We talked about Venture being the top team in the Division IV Sac Joaquin section bracket at this point, according to the standings on Max Prep. Natomas, that other squad right behind them at number 2. Colfax at 3, Marysville number 4. You got Ripon Christian, a team that's traditionally been pretty well. They've got a lot of blue banners out there on Maple Avenue.
Oh, yeah.
They're 7th in the section, so that D4 bracket's going to be something. The free throw missed by Cleveland. There's a rebound by Tristan Hernandez. It's Hernandez, Sutherland, Bajwa, McKelvey, and Owens into the game. Cleveland comes up with another steal. Up ahead to Sakat. He'll finish for 2.
Now, if you're a reserve and you get an opportunity to play late in the game, you want to do things the right way.
Bajwa gets inside and gets a bucket for Venture Academy to make it a little more in their favor as Sakat answers right back, so it's going to stay at 15 when all's said and done as the final seconds tick away. And the host school wins at their showcase event. The Venture Academy Mustangs pick up the 72-57 victory over Castro Valley. Chris, before we head off, any final thoughts?
Well, Venture took care of business. They got the lead early. Castro Valley came back a little bit, but Venture Academy does a lot of good things, and they can do well off their half-court sets. They're capable of running. But I think they saw a glimpse of a player that might be able to do a little bit more in the postseason, and that's Barnett around the basket. Yeah. Then that makes things easier for your 3-guard sets. And Mario might be the last game we do until Pirate football.
Pirate football next season.
Pirate football.
It's always a blast. It's been a blast here on Super Saturday. For Chris Babcock, I'm Mario Ramos and the rest of our NorCal Sports TV crew. Thank you for watching NorCal Sports TV Super Saturday. Final score, Venture Academy 72, Castro Valley 57. See you guys next time.